everyone. Today we are talking about lesson 46, which is relating multiplication or division with each other. And this is the first part. First off, you need to understand that multiplication and division are inverse operations. Just like adding, the inverse of adding is subtracting, or the opposite is subtracting. The opposite of multiplication is division. When we divide, what we're doing is we're taking a big number and we're separating it into equal groups. And so, or equal parts. One thing that's helpful is to understand that the process for multiplication is a factor times a factor equals a product. We know that a number times a number equals a product. Sometimes in this situation, we don't know what this factor is. We know our product, but we don't know what the factor is. And that's where it's really helpful where we're multiplying here, we're going to do the inverse or the opposite, and we're going to divide. So if we're multiplying on this side, we can actually say W equals 12 divided by 4. And we know that we know a couple of things. We can look at our multiplication chart that you have right here, and hopefully you can see it. I'm gonna come up pretty close. Okay, on my multiplication chart, these are the factors right here and here. And in the center are the products. So I'm looking at 4, and here is our answer for 12. This is the product. I know that 4 times 3 is 12. So right now, I'm in this situation, I know that I have 4 times something, W, equals 12. Looking at my multiplication chart, I know that 4 times 3 is 12. So that gives me my answer that W is 3. I'm hoping you can see this. So the multiplication chart is extremely helpful when you're looking for unknown factors. And it's also very helpful when you are doing division, because there'll be times when you need to see a number and an answer. You'll have the answer, but you won't know what all the factors are. And so you can use your chart in division to find the factors for it. This is another example. N times 3 is 12. In this situation, we know that we can say N equals 12 divided by 3. We know that we can break this up into 3 groups, and the 3 groups that are going to be broken up are going to be 4 parts to each group, 4 things into each group. One more that I want to show is you'll see it's called a division box, and on this they have the example of 4, 32. What they're asking for is 32 divided into 4 groups. Now, we consult our division, our multiplication chart. We look at our 4s. We go down the row. We know that 8 groups of 4 creates the number 32. So because we can see this, we know that if we want to break up the number 32 into 4 equal groups, that there will be 8 in each group. And this is an example of how we show division. We can show it using the division box, It can also be shown using fractions. This also indicates fractions, or we can say and then we can use the symbols. With the larger number, we have to remember the larger number is being broken up by the smaller number into separate groups. So there you have it. This is the beginning of division. It's something that you're going to love, that you're going to use a lot, and you will love it more and more as you become very, very familiar with your math facts. It becomes much easier if you know these well. I will see you at the practice set. This is just the beginning. Take care.